All right, let's bring in Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn. He just came back from a visit to the border on Friday. We'll get to that in just a second. But first of all, your assessment of the president's trip to Saudi Arabia. Jackie was on it. She just came back yesterday afternoon. He certainly gave new legitimacy to Mohammed bin Salman, who desperately been looking for it. But the president didn't bring back much for the United States in return. What do you think?
Well, if I can paraphrase an old song, he's looking for love in all the wrong places. If he wants to, try to appease Mohammed bin Salman after some of the things that Saudi Arabia has done, he could expand American energy production and solve the same problem. Of course, as we know, it's not just a matter of investment, it's also infrastructure, things like the Keystone XL pipeline. And as our friends in Europe are finding out, having been dependent on Vladimir Putin so long for their sole energy source, it takes time to transition to diversity of sources. So it was a little embarrassing, frankly, to watch the president go over there and essentially hat in hand and ask for something that we could produce right here in America.
What do you think we gained from this? Aside from oil, if the purpose of the president's trip is also to fill this leadership vacuum so that China and Russia don't step in, and he always talks about leading by the power of our example. How's he doing that? By fist bumping with a murderous dictator and then also leaving Israel with two very different views about the best way to counter Iran?
Well, for all of the criticism of the previous administration by the Biden administration, frankly, the Biden administration is sending mixed signals. We need to try to build on things like the Abraham Accords, which has seen an unprecedented amount of cooperation between Israel and the Gulf states. And we need to continue to keep the coalition against Iran, which is the major threat not only to regional but to world peace, with their aspirations for a nuclear weapon. I thought it wasn't, I wouldn't give it an A, let me put it that way.
And yet now Iran is saying, hey, we have the capability to build a nuclear weapon, but we haven't made the decision whether or not to. I want to go to call for number 2 here and back to oil for just a second, because Biden has been trying to sell the nation on this idea of the Putin price hike. The reason why you're paying so much for gasoline is because of Putin's war in Ukraine. But a new Fox News poll shows that voters aren't buying that. Who do they blame for high gas prices? Biden and Biden policies are top at 31%, Russia, Ukraine behind at 20%, oil companies gouging, which the president also blames, at 14%. So this appears to be, Senator, a problem that falls squarely at the doorstep of the man at the White House.
Well, they don't understand supply and demand. And as we come out of this post-COVID recession, where the economy is demanding more energy in order for people to live their lives and to pursue their livelihood, there's got to be more supply. And the president, as I said, is looking in the wrong places. He's looking to the Saudis. He's looking to the Russians, even though at the same time he's telling people, we don't want you buying any more Russian oil and gas. So that leaves the obvious solution here in America. But in order to appease his base, his progressive base, who believe we can transition to wind turbines and solar panels tomorrow, frankly, I think they're living a fantasy.
Now, if he doesn't appease those independents, it's going to spell problems on November the 8th, no question.
Yeah. You just got back from the border. I want to ask you what you saw down there, and if anywhere you see any space to come together with Democrats and get something done on this.
Well, probably a year ago, I introduced a bill with Senator Kristen Sinema, a border state senator, Democrat Henry Cuellar, and a Republican in the House, called the Border State Bipartisan Border Solutions Act, thinking that if things got too bad, the Biden administration might reach out and sort of take a lifeline and begin that conversation. Unfortunately, it's been nothing but crickets. And we've seen 3 million border encounters just since the Biden administration came into office. Last year alone, 108,000 Americans died of drug overdoses, those drugs primarily coming across the southern border. And at some point, you have to just reach the sad conclusion that they don't care. They care more about trying to keep their political base happy at the same time with an open border policy that's dangerous, not just to border states like mine or border communities, but literally every state has become a border state.
And we're certainly on track for more than 2 million illegal migrants coming across the border this year. Brandon Judd from the Border Patrol Council will be joining us coming up later on this hour. Senator, thanks for dropping by. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure to be with you both. Thank you.